You know, sometimes some people come to this app and say ultra nonsense and have train seals clap for them until it comes my way. Like this video, Dimitri, hear it.
See, all opinions aren't valid, and I am tired of pretending as if they are, and I am done with it. Because I used to listen to that podcast, Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett, and I stopped listening to it after pandemic times, like, that time when we were coming out of COVID, because he kept having CEO after CEO, you know, millionaires and billionaires come on the show and complain about how people don't want to go back into the office. You know, when my employees are happier, when my employees have a better work-life balance. And it was just so elitist, I couldn't take it. And the straw that broke the camel's back was when he was talking about how young people or liberals don't want to engage in conversation with conservatives. His point was that we should be able to have conversations with people who have differing opinions from us. And that rubbed me the wrong way, because I agree with that. I agree that you should sit down with people who do not believe the same as you and talk to them. You might learn something or you might teach them something. But then at the same time, I was like, I wouldn't sit down and talk to Donald Trump. I wouldn't.
With no due respect, who the fuck are you? You will not sit down? What have you accomplished in this world that you think you're in that position? Even your local government chairman does not think that you're worthy to shine his shoes. Then you're talking about a billionaire that his books crushed it, his TV series crushed it, his hotel crushed it, a two-time president of America. Then it's you on TikTok that think you have done something that you think they'll bring you to that kind of conversation for you to even sit down. This is pride that you're showing. Stupid pride, Seth. At this point, your head is so up your ass that you can see what you ate yesterday and tomorrow.
So it gave me this weird cognitive dissonance, because I was like, I don't know how to square this circle. So it bothered me for weeks. So one time I was talking to my best friend, and she's a brilliant lady, and I put the issue to her, and I was like, why is it that I believe that people should be able to talk to each other, like when they have differing opinions, but I would not talk to, there are certain people that I just won't converse with. And she was like, the reason that you won't converse with these people is not because you have a difference of opinion. It's a moral issue. These people want to strip rights away from people, and that is what you have a problem with. And I was like, oh my God, this is why you are my best friend. You just helped me to understand myself a little bit more, because
that your friend daft that she can trip over a wireless network. Morals? How can you talk of morals when both of you people are nothing more than corrupt judges? You listen to only one side of the story told by an anonymous source, and you refuse to even listen to the main person that's talking, or give the person breathing space, let the person explain himself. As long as it's your people that you agree with, you don't need to listen to the other person for the person to either make his point or clear his name. Let me prove my point. January 6, 2021. Everywhere, oh, Donald Trump incited violence. He led an insurrection. This is what BBC did.
Where are you from?
BBC.
Okay. Here's another beauty.
It's a good line. Impartial, free and fair.
Yeah, sure.
Because tonight the BBC is facing serious questions over its credibility after the Daily Telegraph exposed a panorama segment that heavily doctored a speech by the American president in 2021, hours before the infamous January the 6th Capitol riot. As you're about to hear, the corporation spliced together two quotes 1 hour apart to make it seem like he encouraged an insurrection.
They played the following clip.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell.
But Trump didn't, in fact, say this at all. The BBC spliced together two clips that took place 54 minutes apart. So let's go through it again.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you.
Now, see there, between Capitol and, that's a cut. Here's what Trump actually said.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
It's different. It wasn't until nearly an hour later that he then said the second part of the BBC's version.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we fight. We fight like hell.
That is damning stuff. Now, this, of course, is coming from the holier-than-thou BBC that even has its own so-called fact-checking service named BBC Verify that they claim counters disinformation.
You are not someone that's ever going to say, let me listen to the whole thing or listen to the full tape before I can make my judgment. If you were a judge, many people will die in prison because of this your mentality.
The thing is, it will be a different thing if we have the same goal, but how to reach that goal was different. For example, if we both want a good economy and I have my way, I think we should do it, and you have your way, you think we should do it, that's fine. We can come together and talk about that. But with some people, you don't even have the same goals. Like Donald Trump, he wants to strip rights away from certain groups of people. For example, women. He wants to limit their access to health care. People will die as a result of this. This is not just a difference of opinion. People are actually going to lose their lives. Women are going to die. That is a fact.
Now you're trying to say or allude to the idea that Donald Trump don't like women. As he said, women will die. Trump wants to take away the rights of women. Then he puts a woman as the Attorney General of America, Pam Bondi. That's the top legal office of the federal government, leading the Department of Justice as the chief law enforcement officer of the country. Do you know what type of banker otondo you have to be to believe this shit? That's like saying mustache guy from World War II puts a Jew as his Attorney General when he wants to take away all the rights of Jews. This is how mumu you have to be to buy this shit. Or is it rights of trans women you want to talk about? Your moral compass did not tell you that it's not right for women and men to compete in the same sports? That your friend that you're so happy to tell us about, will she want to share a bathroom with a man or toilets with a biological man that everything's still there? Or let me guess, you want to bring the abortion argument. Government shouldn't be funding abortion clinics. Government did there when they knack. Next year, I think they'll start taxing us, Abi. Imagine if Tinubu say we're all going to be taxed so they can make or they can fund abortion clinics. Which one of us is going to say yes, that's a good idea? And for the banker atondos that are going to say, what about GRAPE? Information from the abortion clinics have said that people that come because of GRAPE is not even up to 5%. The remaining are just using it as birth control. And even if you are going to bring that to the argument, Trump have said it's okay for people to do abortion if the life of the mother is involved. GRAPE. And he says there are some conservatives that don't want any of these options to be included. But he's not part of that. But since you are trying to argue that maybe Trump doesn't like women, since that's the only thing you can bring out, let's ignore the fact that it's been like 1 year and the rights that you talk about, we haven't seen the massive debt that you are trying to say. But hear this, if there's any country or gathering of countries that are sitting down to talk of their presidents not liking women or alluding to the idea that their presidents don't like women, Nigeria is the last country to think it can go and carry chairs, sit among them and carry notes. Why do I say that? Nigeria, please, is this not your president?
I don't know which party my wife belongs to, but she belongs to my kitchen and my living room and the other room.
No, not him. Let's check it again to be sure.
She belongs to my kitchen and my living room and the other room.
That was our president, right? For 8 years. When he said this, all you defenders of women, did you have a problem with him saying that? Did you lose your mind? Did you do anything? Oh, I remember. You guys turned it to joke. Even women started saying the other room. Let's not stop there. Did Buhari not remove the office of the first lady that she had to leave and go to Dubai? You can say whatever you want to say about Trump, but he ain't stupid enough to do that. Melania go pie ham and not in his sleep if he try that shit. And no banker Tondo should come and tell me that, oh no, he's a northern man. Northern men don't really see men position like this, blah, 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 blah. He's not the first northern leader we had. Yar'Adua was a northern leader. He didn't do that shit either. Your president for 8 years showed, not only by saying it, but by proving that he doesn't even send his own wife. And you people were totally okay with it. Then you carry your own two left eyes to go and look at another person's president.
You understand? Me not wanting to talk to somebody like that, it's not because we have different politics. It's because we have different morals. And as we have seen recently, a lot of people don't have a lot going on upstairs. They are not very bright. So me talking to somebody, especially in public where these people are listening, because these people are easily swayed by arguments that hold very little water. Like me talking to somebody like this, it gives them a soapbox from which they can stand and spew their rhetoric and recruit. And I am simply not going to give you a platform to recruit weak-minded people to your position, because this thing is a numbers game. So yeah, all opinions are not valid. Sometimes you do not know as much as someone else, and sometimes you're just flat out wrong. And I am done pretending as if everybody has the right to spew whatever they want to spew whenever they want to spew it.
Somehow this guy is advocating for the right of free speech to be taken away from some people that he deemed not to be worthy of having that right. And somehow he thinks he's morally right in arguing that some people's freedom of speech should be taken away or not given to them. Let me spare what your friends are not telling you. Your argument is stupid. It's not about other people people come and spill out their rhetoric. It's because you know your own argument isn't really good. Like you said, these people don't have much going on up here. They're not really bright. If their arguments hold little water, you should be able to debunk their arguments right there with facts and facts. Since you have made yourself the moral authority on what people should listen to and what they shouldn't listen to, you should be able to bring people's arguments and break it down for people to see why not to listen to these people, so you can direct them in the right way. But you can't do that because your arguments are just pure rubbish. And it's been like 1 year. None of what you people have been shouting and crying have come to pass. That reminds me, do you guys remember when we were all shouting about Project 2025? Where is it? Have you seen it? 2025 is almost over. Have you guys noticed that the news stopped talking about Project 2025 the day they lost the election? Nobody's bringing it up again because they knew it was a lie, and its only purpose, they created a lie so people won't vote. And that's the bottom line, because the man grab said so.